Hey, it's me again. I've been really busy working on the website, been working on my secret project, which is why I'm not recording in there because the project has completely taken over my studio. In fact, it's one of these projects that if you even saw a glimpse of it, you know exactly what I was doing. So, sorry, not going to give away anything just yet. Let's see. Been working on the blog, www.thepaintedbody.com, and I've got a new Facebook page, which is the facebook.com/the the painted body. Which please send me a like. This helps promote my work, and hopefully I can get more paid gigs. Also, speaking of paid gigs, if you are an artist, a body painter, or you have a event of some sort, let me know about it, and I will share the wealth. I am gonna send my followers towards you because it's all about the community. In fact, I want to kind of make my website and my Facebook page kind of a place where you can find great information about body painting no matter where it is in the world. Um, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, sending me information about your event, please do. I'm not going to charge anything about it. It's free. Let's see. Um, let's see. Getting ready for that secret project. In fact, construction workers. Let's see. I had a model session this last week. Or was planning one, but it got canceled, which brings up today's topic. And that is finding a balance between being really strict with the schedule and having it so the models can feel free to say, yeah, I don't want to show up for this. So the first thing you need to understand is that if you're a body painter, the model is doing you a favor. Yes, 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 you're an awesome artist, that sort of thing, and you're the shit. That only goes so far, my friend. If you're treating the models well, you should have an abundance of models and it won't be a problem. At the same time, you have to have that level of professionalism. And yes, that means that a model should show up when she says she's going to, he or she says she's going to show up. And that's great and all. But if it's not a paid gig, then you need to put in consideration that maybe the model needs to have time to think about it. Maybe if it's like the first time you're working with this model, they can have second thoughts. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about this person. Or, maybe I don't like, or my husband or my wife or my significant other, my tribe, isn't going to like what I'm doing. They may have second thoughts. They might not be feeling good. Oh, that's the worst thing in the world is to have a model show up with a fever. It shows up in the photography, and it looks like the model's not having fun. I mean, there's only so much you can cover up with paint, and expressions of joy and hey, this is fun can't be painted. It has to come from inside, and sometimes if the model's not feeling good, you just can't. There's no amount of makeup and flash that can reproduce that. So make sure that the model's in a great space. So I know you're like, what are you getting at? Because you have to have. Am I supposed to let the model be flaky or not? What I'm saying is to plan for it. So anytime I have a paid gig where there's models supposed to be showing up, I have found in the past that modeling agencies are pretty good about sending 1 to 3 models because they know ahead of time that models are flaky. They deal with it all the time. So they send the ones that tend to be more reliable. Now, if you're not going through an agency and you're paying a friend, well, if you've worked with this friend before, you know that they're going to show up. One of my favorite models by the name of Mouse, she shows up every single time, like hours early. Another good example of a model who was awesome was the one that I'm going to be painting for the secret project. And I'm not going to give you her name yet because we haven't signed any contracts or anything saying what I can call her. So I'm not going to give that out. But she decided that she wasn't feeling good, and she gave me 4 hours notice, which is amazing because within 4 hours I can find another model if it was a paid gig. But this was just a, get to know you. Hey, let's do some painting. We might do some photography, maybe not, that sort of thing. So it wasn't really important. It was on my schedule, so it's delaying it a week or 4 is not a big deal. But giving me 4 hours notice is awesome in that situation because I can do something about it. There's always a point in your mind that you have to consider: is this model going to show up or not? And it's always a good idea to have a backup model. Now, if a model flakes on you and they don't call, perhaps you shouldn't have them go for your paid gigs or public gigs. If a model is really good at saying, hey, I'm not going to show up today, and they give you lots of notice, or they even tell you the day before, which is even better, yeah, it's inconvenient for you to find out, or to find a new model, but when was the last time that you called into work? You usually give them very, very little notice at all, and they have to work around it. So put that into mind. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to be talking about what pisses off body painters. So today is about crappy, fake gang tattoos and hygiene. Now, when a body painter gets asked to do face painting at a club, it's pretty much the same thing as painting at a kid's party, except for that everyone's legally can drink alcohol. And really, sometimes the kids are better behaved. And you kind of hope that everyone has decent hygiene. And of course, you take the appropriate precautions by having, alcohol wipes and make sure everything's nice and clean, that sort of thing. Every once in a while, you have someone that shows up to your booth and you're just like, ew. So here I am in Northern California, and I'm painting at this particular club that's no longer in existence. And nothing wrong with the club. It's just that clubs come and go. But this guy comes up to me, and he's like 4 other guys with him, and they're all obvious. Let's just say I don't think they've ever opened up a book. They don't look. Yeah. And so they asked me to paint matching gang tattoos on them. Really? Gang tattoos. Well, I'm getting paid. Okay. So I'm painting gang tattoos in the Old English style. And I'm asking them if they actually belong to that gang, and they said no. So pretty much I'm painting the death warrant on them if they actually encounter an actual member of that gang. Or at least a decent ass-kicking. And here I am painting, and you can, if you've ever painted at a club, you can barely hear what the person's saying. So you have to lean in forward. And there was this odor. First of all, the guy was wearing like 10 gallons of Axe or Lynx, as they call it in Australia. And you could cut it with a knife. And underneath that was just this nasty odor. Just like, great guy, try a bath. And that's when I saw it. Small, minuscule, little dot right on my, I'm going to use the word artwork. Yeah, it's what I was working on. I'm not going to call it art. It wasn't high art in any shape or form, but a little dot. Well, okay, well that might be something. I go to paint over that dot and just clean up, and it moves. It moves. It moved. And then it hopped. It was a flea. And then I noticed another one. And another one. Now, something I kind of remember somewhere, that fleas don't tend to like to hang on humans. They don't. We don't taste good to them. I don't know if that's scientifically proven, but it's very rare that I've ever actually heard of someone actually having fleas. So how gross do you have to be? Well, you'll be happy to know that my poor brush died a horrible death as I got rid of it. Because I am not going to use that for any of my other stuff. There's not an amount of alcohol that you can rub through that to clean that enough. I'm just like, Urgh. So, first of all, if you're going to be a tough ass, don't get a wannabe gang tattoo. I mean, show some commitment. Actually get the real thing, a real tattoo. Because if you think that, well, the real tattoo's going to hurt, just think of what if the real gang member sees that fake tattoo on you. Now, that will be hurt. So show some commitment. And next, dude, a shower, or a handy wipe, or something.